Hi, I'm Darian Strehl, and I'd like to talk to you about wild caught fish versus farm raised. Would you rather eat something that's red and moist and tender versus something that's light pink and fatty and dry when cooked? Well, when it comes to wild caught fish, there's so many more vitamins in it versus a farm raised fish. There is also big technical problems when it comes to farm-raised fish because all of the waste that is being produced. So it's not only not as good for you as wild-caught fish, but it's not good for the environment whatsoever. I do have a picture of wild-caught fish versus farm-raised. The farm-raised has, as you can see, very fatty lines in it. I have another picture that shows you just the color difference, and this is farm raised. Look how light and doesn't even look nutritional at all. And then wild caught, which you can tell is just loaded with vitamins and minerals. 40% of fish people that eat nowadays is not wild caught, and that's what Jennifer Week said in her 2007 article about farm raised fish. Large demands, which is killing wild caught fish, is the farm raised fish. So, from people demanding more and more fish, for instance, the fish that I always go to as an example is salmon. Salmon is such a high demand, but from it being such a high demand, more and more fish farms are being created. And fish farms are not only on land, most of them are in the ocean or in great waters. And here's another picture of that's just a small area of all those little rings are different fish in that little area. So think about all of the, you know, poop and the extra feed that's being, let out of the nets. And here's a great picture diagram that I found online, which is the chemicals that they give all the fish in the farms, and then fish escaping, which compete with wild caught fish for food. And then it also draws in predators to these large quantities of fish, and also all of this, this waste and disease and parasites that are going to the actual natural wild fish that are in the oceans. I really like this diagram because I think it explains this whole entire speech that I'm giving. Also, in the journal from 1992, Rodman Griffin wrote about the pollution, how the other fish are inhaling it, and how it's actually killing the wild caught fish, and it's, they're dying, and we could be eating them instead of eating farm raised fish, which is loaded with chemicals and stuff that nobody needs to eat. Um, in conclusion, hopefully people will come to the realization that we should stop letting fish farms be produced because it's not only killing the fish that we could be possibly eating, but it's hurting our environment a lot. I think a great way that we could start off is maybe reducing or kind of boycotting the fish farms and reducing the price of wild caught, but hopefully people can also reduce their fish protein intake and maybe hopefully switch to something else. As Elizabeth Bernstein wrote in the 2006 Holy Mackerel Fish is Good for You, she talked about how the omega-3 fatty acids and the omega-6 fatty acids are found greatly in wild-caught salmon, and how most of the population actually consume fish as their biggest protein every week. She explained a lot about how much healthier wild-caught fish is compared to farm-raised fish. So maybe eventually in the future we can come up with a better solution of not producing fish and letting the wild-caught fish, regenerate and have more big populations of that fish for us to consume. And even if even if we have to lower the prices of wild caught and maybe higher the prices of farm raised so people, step back away from farm raised, that would be greatly appreciated because it's not only saving you, it's saving the environment. Thank you.